Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's do a complete beginner's guide for Brighter Shores, shall we? Brighter Shores is the early access, as of the time of this recording, free-to-play MMO from Andrew Gower of RuneScape fame. And this game is very, very early in its cycle. It just came out about a week or so ago, and I'm going to be recording this as an early access guide, but things are changing almost daily as they update the game and make some quality of life changes and balancing changes. So I will kind of have to update the guide to go along with those changes, but even today, more changes came that have made the game even more fun and easy to play. So what we're going to do in this guide is start up a brand new character, and I'm going to make it so that you can play along with me. Perhaps you're just starting out, or maybe you want to see, what this game is all about before you make a decision on whether you should play it. Or if you've been playing for a while and you just want some pointers on some things that I've learned through my own experience and also from the comments on YouTube videos that I've posted on the game. I'm going to be sharing everything I've learned here to make the game more approachable and explain some of the things that I didn't notice at first. So let's dive in without further ado. So when you get to this screen, it's the customize and design your character. And you can see that there at the top of the screen, at least for me right now, it just says 6 unread messages. Press key below escape to view. They mean the tilde key. And if you press that, there's, for some reason, some stuff that comes up. And this is just probably an early access thing. I don't know. But if you push that key once, then that red bar goes away. So you can pick, and customize a bit. We're just going to mess with this character and make him look really, really nice for our tutorial. Let's see. Hairstyle. I mean, the afro is funny. So you're going to click on the different icons here at the top and bottom of the interior of the circle. Around the ring are the different color choices that you have, and then you can click these arrow keys to kind of cycle through the different hairstyles that there are. And you could see in right back here is the back of the mirror to see what it looks like. As of now, I don't believe there's a way to rotate the character to get the 360 view, but this is where we are. And we're just going to make it look really, really special. That looks fine. That's a hilarious mustache. I even like that. And I'm going to go ahead and change the eyes to a nice blue color. The jaw, for me, is fine. The skin color, I'm very tan. I am okay with this. Let's, there we go. Let's, we haven't been in the sun quite that long. Let's kind of do a paler complexion. That's fine. And then for feet, you can change not only the color, but, let's see, the type of shoe that we're wearing. And you could go barefoot and, all kinds of fun stuff down here. Socks. These are nice loafers. Yeah, we can make them purple or black. That's fine. And then I'm going to change my pants. The purple color is ridiculous, but also funny at the same time. And don't worry too much about this. These are like your pajamas in RuneScape, perhaps, where you will only see this if you choose to, make this what your skin looks like. But once you start picking up equipment, you're going to cover this up anyway. So the most important things are your face and your hair and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm actually fine with this shirt, these pants, how I look. This is great. And so I'm going to say finished, and we need to make a change to our name. So I think it uses your Steam name, and I'm going to be putting links to the game's Steam page in the description below, by the way, because it's free. So you might as well, see if it's something you want to do. And we're going to call this Incomp Tutorial, and it's available. How about that? Surprising, right? And we're going to say confirm. And you could see that it's saying if you use the premium pass, you don't get that number by your name. So there is a paid element to the game if you want to support the developers and get some extra features, but I'm going to be showing the free-to-play version. So once we jump into the game, you can see it's this kind of isometric, grid-based fantasy MMORPG, sort of like RuneScape with the grids and the clicking. There's a lot of overlap if you've ever played that before, but then there's also some significant changes too. So we're in Captain DeGreen's office, and it says in the bottom right, welcome to Brighter Shores. Click on the things in this room to interact with them. So for example, if I mouse over this trunk, I can just walk over here and I will interact with it. And why I got money, and it went into my tool belt. And there are UI elements that are not being shown right now that will start to pop up once we get more functionality as we progress through the tutorial. When you boot up this game, you are playing single player. There is a portion of the game as you're learning the controls and the basics where you are not seeing other players. Fear not, there's so many people all around, but right now, it's just going to be single player until we get to a certain point. So I'm going to click on the money pouch, and you've gained some money. This area displays how much money you currently have. So this is our silver, and this is our copper. That's what I call it. And unlike D&D, it's not 100 copper to a silver. I believe it's 1,000. So it's just a different, conversion rate perhaps, but we'll talk about that more as we actually have a place to spend money. So we can rotate the view by dragging with the left mouse button, and you can zoom by scrolling with the mouse like so, the wheel, and then we can click on the captain to talk to them. Now, watch me. I'm going to click on the captain and talk to them. And that was probably different than how you just did it, as well as the chest, and I'm going to show you exactly that. That is a new feature that just rolled out today because so many people were requesting it, which is single click. It used to be that you left clicked and it would open up the contextual menu and you would then choose talk or search or whatever. But now I'm going to show you how to rebind that so that contextual menu is done with right click, and then you can just single click for the default action with left click, which is so much nicer. And Captain DeGreen says, aha, you must be the new recruit. Yes, I'm in comp tutorial. I've joined the town guard today, and I was told to report to you. Now, important to note, you need to click on this dialogue bubble to progress the text. I was used to RuneScape, so I'm pushing like spacebar to proceed the dialogue, and as of now, that does not work. In comp tutorial, huh? Welcome to the Hopeport Garrison. Thank you. I'm eager to learn how to be an effective guard. Is that so? Well, here's your first lesson. Address your senior officers as ma'am or sir. You'll be given a hard time in training if you forget that. So now we get into the fun of the game because just like RuneScape, it has a hilarious sense of humor where there's some dialogue options that are just, not only amusing, but sometimes downright mean. So you could say like, ma'am, yes ma'am, understood, full on, or okay, Jal, I'll try to remember that, which is completely insubordinate, or yes ma'am. And let's just be silly and say I don't understand the rules and do the middle option. Okay, Jal, I'll try to remember that. Look at that. Oh boy, she's like, I could tell you're going to be hard work. Why do you even want to be a town guard? And now we get some options. As far as I understand it, from playing my previous character, none of this matters. It's just you get different reactions, but it's all going to gate you in the same direction. None of these choices are going to have any effect. I wish to serve the town. I'm hoping for excitement and adventure. I need the money. I don't even know how I ended up here. This one. I don't even know. Let me tell you, you've stumbled into a marvelous job. Oh, good recruiter. Luckily for you, we have some excellent career opportunities since we lost a squad in the mine of Mantuban. By the way, before when I said you have to click the dialog box, I meant you have to left click in general. You don't have to actually click on the box. You can just left click on the screen and proceed to dialogue. You just can't push spacebar to proceed. Now head into the courtyard through that door and speak to Corporal Binns to start your training. And you could say, wait, you lost a whole squad? Should I be worried? Oh, we sent a squad into the mines to see why the local goblins were getting so aggressive. We've not seen them since. You should concern yourself with other things, like reporting to Corporal Pins. Yeah, guess it's not a big deal. Like when you sign up for a job and they're like, yeah, we just sent a bunch of people just like you off into the mines. They all died, but not a big deal. There's also hostile goblins. And it says quest. Open the quest panel by clicking here in the upper right. Now, this is another thing. This was not added today, but it was added a few days ago, which they've allowed key binding. So, for example, you can click on the scroll with the 1 badge in the upper right corner, but you can also push Q to open the quest panel. So I'm going to show you in a moment all of the key bindings just that make life a little bit easier. I use some of them, don't use others, and you just mix and match whatever is easiest for you. So we have, for example, these quests right here. Open the main story quest by clicking here. This area shows your progress in the quest, along with a reminder of any instructions or clues you have received. This is the first place you should check if you are unsure what you should be doing next. So, in general, when you get quests, you see these kind of hexagons right here, and in these hexes, it's an indication of like how many different either clues or items that you need to gather to put the pieces together to solve that particular quest, and the game keeps record of it. It's an amazing quest log. It's very descriptive and clickable. Overall, there's just so many nice modernizations to this game that propel it. Like, it's a retro MMO, but it has a lot of modern quality of life features, and they keep getting better each day. Walk to the training ground. You can walk around by clicking on the ground tile which you wish to stand on. Click on an empty ground tile outside the doors to walk to the training ground. Okay, so by the way, you can do that. You can also just take their quill and ink if you want and put it on the tool belt. And you can open your tool belt and you see that certain items, it says some items are stored on your tool belt instead of taking up space in your backpack. This area displays which items you have on your tool belt. And so the tool belt is just kind of essential stuff, sort of like the RuneScape tool belt, and it's great because it, like it says, saves you space. So I'm going to pick up this paper too. I'm just going to steal all of her stuff. And it goes on the tool belt just in case I need to, write anything down. We've already stolen her money. There's not much else to do, but before we go outside and satisfy the next part of the, tutorial, I'm going to zoom in with the mouse wheel and just show you something. Push the gear or the cog in the upper left corner, and then scroll down to controls and open up the controls. Also, this game is windowed when it starts, and if you ever want to just make it full screen, this is where you come to do it. I always do it, but you can just push Control F as a shortcut to make it full screen or bring it back to windowed mode. And I'm going to go ahead and open the controls and show you this is where the keybinds are. So this will become more important as we get more abilities, but for now, this is the key bindings. But what I want to show you is go over to the bottom right where it says 3D view and mouse controls. Where it says do first action, you want to change this to say left click, and that will automatically make open action menu right click. You don't have to do it this way. You can have it the original way, and I believe by default, if you restore default controls, that's what it will do. Like if I click restore default controls, you can see open action now is left and right click. But what I want is first click to be, there we go, left click. And actually maybe right click was always here. Sorry about that, I misspoke. Either way, this is what I have, and it makes it so the first action, you can just left click to, and this does everything. This is left click to fight, to open a chest, to harvest something, forage or whatever. It just, all things that you want to do. Buy stuff, do it as left click, and then keep right click for the contextual or action menu. And once you've made that change, you're good to go. You can also completely rebind the keybinds here to your liking. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to show you, I right-click on her, and you can just look at her info, and it opens up these cards. These cards are a part of the game for everything. So, reagents, food, weapons, armor, people, they all have cards, and these give important traits and information, and I think that they're going to add to what these display as the game progresses. But right now, it's just some information about Captain Jal de Green, which is that she's a very important person, and then these icons down here associate her with Hopeport. And I'm just going to kind of go over here, and I'm going to scroll out, and they just want us to click on the ground right outside here. You see how at the edge of this office there are like these puzzle pieces? This indicates the loading zones in the game, and the game is kind of broken up into chambers or small rooms. I don't know if it's always going to be this way, but that's how it is now. And I'm going to click right out here and show you. There we go. Now we go into this bigger area, which is the training ground. And I can walk out here, and you can use the arrow keys to rotate the camera, which I like, but you can also hold the middle mouse button. They just actually changed that today, or left click to kind of rotate things. And what do I need to do? Well, if you push Q to open the quest, we need to talk to Corporal Binns. And Corporal Binns is up here. If somebody needs to talk to you for a quest, or they have a quest, they will have different icons above their head. In this case, he needs to talk to us for a quest. So you'll see this dialogue bubble with the ellipse right there, and let's talk. Hello, mister. I'm told you'll be training me. I love being, like, incompetently insubordinate. It's great. Mister? What do you mean, mister? You're in the town guard now, and you'll treat your superiors with respect. So Captain de Green is scraping the bottom of the barrel for recruits. Okay, welp, head to the quartermaster in this building here and collect your standard issue gear. Okay. Then you need to learn some guard's magic. Talk to Anjay to the west. He's Hopeport's magic suppressor. Tell him you need guards access to use magic. Once you've done all that, report back to me. Alright, you hear that chime? That means the quest log has been updated. You can see there is now a badge on my quest scroll in the upper right to indicate there is some kind of new development. And I'll say, what's a magic suppressor? You don't know much, do you? There are people with a special talent for neutralizing magic in the immediate area. What's more, they can detect the magical signature of individuals and let that magic through. We're lucky to have him here. Not every town has one of his ilk. Alright. Yeah, we're very lucky. You're right. Lucky. Okay, so this is right here, the quartermaster's office. I'm just going to click inside, and there we go. And you can see the quartermaster is behind this bar here, and leaning over it, and we need to talk to him. Hello, mate. What can I do for you? I've been sent to fetch my guard's equipment. Okay, this sword is standard issue for new recruits. Please look after it. You should talk to Anjay to get your magic access. So we can open the backpack panel by clicking here, and you've gained a backpack item. This area displays which items you currently have in your backpack. Click on items in your backpack to interact with them. So this is your backpack, and you can see that it's got 24 slots. This is how much space you can carry, and some items stack and some do not. Once this gets filled up all the way, you can't carry anymore. There's no weight or anything like that. It's just slots. And if I click on this, then I get a menu here for what do I want to do, and I can click info, and it says the area indicates the minimum level needed to equip the weapon and the faction needed to equip this weapon. And the first stat indicates the strength of the weapon. The second stat indicates the probability of the weapon doing a specific kind of magic damage instead of impact damage. Many enemies are immune to one kind of magic damage and vulnerable to another kind. And the third stat indicates the range of the weapon. The fourth stat indicates if you can use a shield. So this is the card, and like I said, the cards have, more information depending on what's going on here. So here's our sword. It's got 20 strength, and it's worth, we could sell it for 1 whole copper. Fantastic. And you need to be level 0, which is what we are to use this. So I'm just going to click away, and I'm going to push I to open our backpack again. That's the hotkey for the backpack, or you can click down here in the bottom left. And now I'm going to click on this. I'm just going to say equip. And you can open the weapons panel by clicking here. So these cross swords, this is what I have equipped. You can equip up to 3 weapons, which will appear here. When in combat, only weapons you equip beforehand will be available for use. Once combat starts, you can no longer change which weapons you have equipped. And right away, this is different, from perhaps RuneScape and a lot of other games, but it's a cool combat system in that you can have a two-hander, a one-hander, a ranged weapon, and some potions, and you just lock those in, and those will be what you're going to use for that fight. And so it kind of makes each little encounter instanced with just a lock-in of your equipment. So right now I just have the one-hander, and it's got 20 strength, and that's all I have. I have no potions, I have no strength or healing or anything like that. So I'm just going to click to close this like so, and I will say, what do I need to do for the quest? We need to go talk to Andrew in the training ground. Now, you notice how the training ground has this little map icon, and it's blue. If I click on this, it opens up the map in the upper left, and it shows you where the training ground is. And I'm going to zoom in on the map. If you put your mouse cursor on the map and then use the mouse wheel, you can zoom in on it, and then you can hold left click and drag the map around. I am this white dot, and this kind of blue arc projecting out from the dot is my field of vision, and I'm looking at the quartermaster, who is this like money bag icon, because he is a vendor that can buy and sell. It's important to note that in Brighter Shores, vendors will only buy and sell stuff that they're interested in. So the quartermaster will buy old gear or just gear pieces, but won't buy, for example, fish that you catch. You have to go to the specific vendor to use that stuff. And if I push M, I close the map. Another thing that's very important about this space is you'll see over here there's a quartermaster bank. And most, if not all, crafting areas in the game, at least in the starter town, have these banks. And what this is an extension of your inventory. So you can come here and store gear that you might want to use later, or is too high a level for you, or you don't want to get rid of, so that it doesn't crowd up your inventory, and then you could come here again to retrieve it. It's a very, very fantastic, and free way to give you some more storage. Okay, so here's another thing that's awesome about the game that they just added because everybody wanted it who's used to RuneScape. If I push M to open the map and I scroll out, you could see on the map, these are the places that I've been so far. So I've been into the quartermaster's office, which I'm here right now. Then there's the training ground, and then there's Captain DeGreen's office. These white arrows indicate I can go here, and there is something here. The lock means I need a key, or I haven't satisfied the requirements to go through that area. So all of these places with white areas are rooms that I can explore. You can click on the game screen to move around, like I can just click to move on a tile, but now I can also click on the minimap to move. So for example, if I want to go to Andrew, who is over here, I can just click and I will plot a path to that. You could see the white arrows indicate the path that my character will take walking over there. And I'm kind of moving through, and then here is Andrew over here. Now, it used to be that you could only click one room away from where you were, but they just updated it today that you can now click up to 2 rooms away on the map to travel around more quickly. Right now, it doesn't really matter because we can't go that many places, but once the map gets bigger and you need to be moving across larger distances, this new moving is fantastic. I mean, obviously, I hope that they make it so you can move as many rooms as you want without stopping, which is fantastic. You don't even need to open doors, which is great. So I'm going to click on Andrew because you can see he's got the bubble. He has something to say about this quest that we're on. I sense that you wish to talk to me. Is that because I'd opened my mouth in order to talk? I like busting this guy's chops. I sense that you have a cynical nature. I sense this conversation is going nowhere. I could get real cold and say this, but what I actually want to say is, give me the magic, buddy. I've been told to ask for guards magic access. I sense that you've been told to ask for guards magic access. This guy's hilarious. He's actually kind of powerful as a magic suppressor, but he is also like a charlatan in how he talks to you. I'm not going to exhaust every dialogue option in the tutorial in order to move us along, but if you watch my Let's Play, which I'll link in the description below, I generally talk to everyone about everything. Yeah, very clever. Okay, I'm going to check your magical signature. Look at that. Wow, your aura is unusual. Unusual? How is it unusual? Hard to explain. However, your request is fulfilled. You're free to do magic in Hopeport. That's all well and good, but I don't know any magic. We have a guy who teaches some useful spells for new recruits, and I suspect you have an aptitude to learn. Look for Soltar Mulzak. He can be a little full of himself, but he knows his stuff. Alright, so I can now open the spells panel by clicking up here on this green spiral. You've unlocked magic. As you learn spells, they will be added to your spellbook here. So we don't actually have any spells. Our magic has just been unlocked by the suppressor. Now you can push L to open and close your spellbook, or of course, as I said before, you can rebind that. That's just a default keybind. And we're going to go over here and find our buddy, which he's standing over here somewhere. Here he is, Soltar. Many greetings to you. I am Soltar Mulzak, the eminent mage of the Hopeport Guard. And I've been told you could teach me some magic. You see the magic icon here indicating a specific line of dialogue. Sometimes you'll see the buy and sell, like the money pouch. That means trade, just as a visual indicator of, where that's going to lead. I'm told you could teach me some magic. I can, but first of all, I want to test your aptitude. All right, what do you need me to do? Visit the portal stone to the northwest and reach for the magic within. So he wants us to go to the Hopeport portal stone. Come back to me when you've done that. So I'm going to click on the map, and it actually revealed this area for me. But before I go there, I am going to go just right in here to the infirmary or whatever and just unlock this on the map. And so you can see now we have the infirmary, and I'm going to even go in here and update the map with the barracks. It's a lot of fun just filling in the map. And, oh, wait a minute. Actually, while I'm in the barracks, might as well steal everything from everyone. Open every single trunk and take all of their money. No, it's not a lot of money, but it's some money, and it's great to just get free money. No one cares. And I mean that. Like, you can just take whatever you want in this game that's not nailed down. Oh, there's a yellowtail gunard on the ground. Take that too. Might as well. Search this. Search this. Search this. And by the way, you can search this bed. You see there's a bow behind it. This is actually something we need for a quest leader. And it says you decide not to root around someone else's bed. We'll need that later. We just don't need it right now. I'm just going to take everybody's money because why not? Now, let's push M, and I'm going to click on the minimap and just travel over to the Hopeport portal stone this way. Remember, you could zoom in to see this a little bit better. And this is the portal stone. Let's activate it. And it's a lodestone or teleportation stone. Boom. And now we can teleport to Hopeport. So if you push L to open your spell panel, you can now teleport. As far as I understand it so far in this game, there's no magic points. Like, you just use this spell when you want to, and it's going to bring you back here. You don't need anything to do it. It's just only going to take you to this one location. So when that's convenient, always come back here using that. Now let's just click on where our buddy is and tell him the good news. That we unlocked this amazing magic. Hey, buddy. I visited the portal stone like you asked. Excellent. Try that spell you've learned. So he wants us to actually cast the spell. First, we're going to pet the cat because this is vital. Make the kitty happy. And then, after that's done, I'm going to push L, and I'm just going to click teleport, and you have to select your destination. We only know one destination. It's Hopeport. Boom. Here we are. And, okay. So they're just showing you that's what happens. Just use the minimap and click over to this guy. Auto path to him. And here we go. Let's tell him we've done it. Is there any more magic you could teach me? Yes, I shall teach you the sense spell. Bam. We learned a new spell called sense. And you can see right here, sense, if I do it, what it does, you hear that like sound effect and that pulse. Oh, somebody has a quest for me. It's Corporal Bins. what Sense does is show you every interactable item on the screen, whether it's a person, whether it's a chest, or something you can gather. And the shortcut for it is spacebar. And you can just jam this. There is no cooldown or magic that you're using. It's just show me where the interactable stuff is. It's an accessibility feature, but it's also like unbelievably useful. I do it all the time. So just get used to pushing spacebar to have your mind blown and talk to Corporal Binz, or Binzy. Oh my god. The alarm! It's getting real, people. Goblin attack, to arms! Squad 1, move out! Squad 4, move out! My god, man. There they go. They're going to fight. I have no armor. Look lively, recruit. A mob of goblins has breached the walls. We need all hands to help defend the town. Fetch the other recruits. Germace, Delana, and Toblaine, and meet me here at the garrison gate. No problem, Binzy. Recruit, address me as Sir, not Binzy. Do I make myself clear? Now hurry up and fetch the others. Alright, so, where are they? Well, remember, look for the little bouncing quest dialogue bubble. But we also have Sense, which is super useful for this. There's a cabbage over here we could get to. Let's go talk to Delana. Isn't it great to be a guard? Everyone will respect us in our natty uniforms. Goblins are invading. Head to the barrack gates. Oh, dear, I'm expected to fight, but I've mislaid my bow. I'll help you find it. Thank you. We just talked about this. I'll go look for it now. We found this before because we were busy stealing from everyone, and let's just go ahead and take the bow from the bed. There it is. And you could see this is a quest item, the bow. You've gained an item which is part of the main quest. Items which are only used by a specific quest appear here instead of taking up space in your backpack. Okay, great. I'm going to move over here. Now, the other two people are in here, Germace and Toblaine. Let's talk to Toblaine. And he says, I think I made a mistake becoming a guard. Goblins are invading. Head to the barracks gate. Goblins? That sounds kind of scary. I think I'll stay here. Binzy won't be happy. Are you sure you want to annoy him? The wrath of Corporal Binz does sound scarier than goblins. Okay, you persuaded me. I'll see you there. Listen to that logic. We did it. All right, buddy. You look flustered. Everything all right? Goblins are invading. Head to the gate. Yes, time to fight something at last. See you there. So that guy's like, I don't need any convincing. I can't wait to go kill something. Fantastic. We have a sociopath and a psychopath. Let's do this. Well, I don't know if he's necessarily a sociopath. He's anti-goblin. That's fine. Let's talk to Delana. I don't suppose you found my bow yet. I found it. It's at the back of your bed. Oh, thank you. You're a star. However did it end up there? I don't even know. I'll see what Corporal Binz needs now. All right, good. We're set. Let's go. And now we're all good. Let's talk to Binzy. Here we go. At last you're all here. If you lot were any slower, the goblins would have died of old age. Oh, if we could kill them that way, we could wait safely in here until they keel over. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Okay, recruits. Through those gates. And now this is opened up to us. We're leaving the training ground. It's our first day on the job. Map updated Stone Street. Oh my god, look at these crazy infused goblins. Their veins look totally normal. Oh, and that guy's getting the worst end of it. Help defend the port. Fight those goblins. So let's go attack. These goblins are the ones they want you to attack that have the crosshairs. And when you're preparing for battle, what you do is you click and you select which weapon you want to use. Right now, we just have our fists and the sword. So I'm going to use my sword to start the fight. And you'll see you kind of fade away into a separate combat instance. Almost like, a Final Fantasy-like takeaway, where this is now a turn-based combat game, and we're auto-attacking. We don't have any special abilities, nothing to use. You could see at the top the goblin's health, my health, and we're just trading blows. And we did it. We got experience in the guard profession, and we got some money. It wants us to click on the professions panel, which looks like this little hat, and you've started learning the guard profession. To view your progress, click here. As you level up, look here to see what new activities you can do to progress more quickly in this profession. So for the guard profession, what it means is we can fight increasingly difficult foes. If you try to go fight something that's higher level than what you are, then the game won't even let you do it. Or beyond what your profession can access, I should say, the game won't even let you do it. So we need to fight this goblin, and we're going to just click on our sword again. You heal to full after each combat. So it's like a separate instance of combat, like I said. You heal to full. There's no need to like eat food and restore your health or something like that. You're just healed. Now, I'm doing impact damage, like the fist, and he's doing fire damage to me. You can see that the damage that's appearing over my character has that flame icon to kind of indicate what type of damage it is. But the guy is weak. We get a bunch of experience. And this fancy-looking person says, "It's Marcus Mint. Hey, guard, would you come over here, please? I require assistance." Let's talk to him. "Hey there, I could use some help, young man. What do you need?" "I need help rescuing my wares from the goblins." "I'll reward you well. Could you grab the heavy crate, please? I think perhaps I should be helping with the goblins. I don't think you realize how incredibly important these items are. Quickly now." All right, so we can just click on this and take it. And it's a quest item. Follow me southward to the town square. So it doesn't take up any inventory space. Again, very friendly to your inventory space. If I push quest, you could see the bow I've already delivered. It's got a check mark. I don't need that anymore. And now we need to deliver this crate of merchandise. None of these goblins will attack us, by the way. They're all kind of engaged. Another thing that's important to mention, you see how if I click on profession and I go to guard, we killed the goblin. And these goblins, I don't see them on this list, but generally if you kill something for the first time, you get a big boost of experience, and that goes for everything. The first time you catch a fish, the first time you make a dish, the first time you brew a potion, the first time you gather something, you get a nice huge surge of experience. So it always rewards you to go find new things to gather or to create to give you that nice boost. I'm going to go here to the next screen at the up arrow, and we're at the town square, and Marcus Mint is over here. So let's talk to him. Right, here we are. If you could please load my crate on this cart, that'd be great. So all you need to do is click on this, and the game is showing you that this is... Normally, if you didn't rebind, you would right-click, use item on, but because we did single-click, the default action for this cart is to use item on, and it will draw from quest items that you have. Now, sometimes if you have multiple quests going on, there might be an item that's not appropriate for this quest that it will show you because it's just a quest item, but right now we only have one. So we're going to click this, and we just put it there, and you can see it's loaded up. Thank you. Here, take this reward. So he gives us actually a ton of money. And now we could go talk to Delana. "In comp tutorial, there you are. Corporal Binns is wondering where you went. You need to get back to Stone Street now, or he'll be having you cleaning the whole training ground with a toothbrush. All right, buddy, let's go. Let's get out of here." So you can see if I go push the map in the town square where I'm at, all of these are locked right now. I can only go here. I'm just going to walk back. And here's Binns. "Get here this instant." I will. Let's talk to him. I'm just going to note everyone has armor except me. I'm just wearing my jams. "Recruit, where the blazes did you disappear to?" I was helping Marcus Mint." "Who? Did you just make that name up?" "He was just over there. He's gone now. If we weren't in a state of emergency, you'd be doing push-ups for your continued insolence." "Oh, just wait. The insolence is going to keep on coming, buddy. We have another issue right now. Captain DeGreen has been seriously injured. She's down." I feel bad for Captain DeGreen. She's wearing, like, what appears to be full plate armor and has taken a wound from these goblins, which weren't able to penetrate my t-shirt. "Fetch Ebsworth from his potion shop over there. He'll know what to do." "All right, let's go to the apothecary." "I'll get right on it." "You forgot to call me sir. It's not that hard a concept to understand." "Oh no, I'm actively not understanding it. It's fun." "Okay, let's go over here." Ebsworth. Behind the desk. "Oh dear, with all the goblins outside, I haven't been able to restock the reagents I need for my potions. You need to come quick. Captain de Green is lying hurt in Stone Street. Okay, I'll see you there. He's taken the side door. He's got a sweet cape. Let's go this way. And boom. He's already here. The captain seems to be in a bad way. We'll have to make up a healing potion, which is going to be tricky when I'm clean out of brown kelp. Could someone run and fetch me a piece? Hey, head to the beach and bring Ebsworth some brown kelp. You'll need to head south to the waterfront, then head west. Okay, so now we've got more access to the map, and let's take it. So I'm going to push M, and anytime, like if you move the map way over here, you can just click recenter, and it will put it right on you. And I'm going to go south. This is where they want us to go. So we're going to go this way, south from the town square. It's the only way we actually can go at this point. And let's click over here. We found Eel Street Bridge. Oh dear. There's goblins on the bridge. Let's attack them with the sword. Now notice this other goblin is not going to add on. That's just not how the combat in this game works. It's very gentlemanly. Mano y mano. Now, right now, we don't really do anything. We just kind of sit here and let this happen. But as we get stronger, we're going to get potions we can use. We're going to have a two-handed weapon that we can switch to. We're going to have a ranged weapon that we can use. And boom, we just leveled up to level 1 guard. How about that? And let's try to go past. And I guess I have to... I don't know if I actually have to defeat him, but we're going to fight him anyway. I wonder if he would have let me just walk past. I just can't let his ugly mug stand here, though. For Captain de Green. Dead. All right, let's go. All right, Eel Street it is. I'm going to zoom out, and let's go. So this guy, the fishmonger, is a vendor, but he just buys and sells fish. So we don't have any fish. Actually, we do. We have this yellowtail gurnard, and if I click on it and go to info, you can see it sells for $2.55, and it's for soup. But we need level 16 cooking to use it. So we could store it in the ingredient bank, or we could sell it at the frequently fresh fish stall. So you can see how the card gives you all this really useful information about, okay, what can you do with it? Where can you sell it? Etc. It's not there for all items, but it's going to be added, as far as I understand. They're going to keep filling that out. So remember, I can only go one way right now, and oh my god, it's the gobs. Let's go. How dare you? We're fighting for our life. So, you see how on the map there's this blue box with a question mark? That means there was something that I did not identify of a specific type. And I'll show you what that more closely in a moment. So we're a level 2 guard, which means we could go fight Glintie Death Crows if we were, feeling really spry. It's nice because, there's no downtime. I can just chain between combats. No eating and drinking. Here we go. Take this. You monster. Okay, now if I push spacebar to sense, you see how this has a question mark on it and it says discover. It's a lobster spot, and it's a fishing spot that requires level 39 in the profession of fishing. So if I go to my map, then this is filled in. Now, the map does not show you what is gatherable on the screen that you're actually on. So if I were to go over here, then that would show. But when you're there, it doesn't. You have to use sense to kind of just see what's on the screen. And if I go to the professions panel for discoveries, I go here, and it says to help you remember where things are, each discovery you make will be added to the map. A view on map button like this one will be enabled for each thing you've discovered. So again, this game is very, very friendly about this, of just like telling you exactly where the lobster is on the map, what skill level you would need to catch it, and it also tells you if you have caught it. So for example, you know, if we got a flounder, this card would fill in saying, okay, you've actually gotten one. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to go on the map, and you see how there's the question mark. I'm going to click back here just really fast, and we're going to push spacebar, and right here, these are leathery bream. So if I push map, the lobster that I just discovered is shown, and now leathery bream is here. And if you zoom in on the map, you'll see that there's purple stuff and there's blue stuff. The blue stuff are the fishes that I could catch, and the rope is an item I could take. I only need one rope, and I'm going to put it on my tool belt. If I try to take another rope, the game is like, you already got it. But if I go to my tool belt, you can see now I have rope. So just take some free rope. I'm sure they won't miss it. It's not like it does anything. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to click over here. We're just continuing along the coast so that we can try to find this kelp. And here is the sea road. There is a swirl symbol here that you could check out. And there's no left click for it, but there's a right click that just tells you someone has scratched this abstract design into the bricks. Same thing for the strange stone. Left click does nothing, but you can get info. It says someone has carved some sort of arcane design. So those do something, just not right now. There's a vendor over here as well. And this is Rockford, and I'm just going to move this way. I'll show you. He's the Seaside Rock Shop, so he is involved in Seaside Rocks. Now I'm going to push spacebar, and you see this right here. It's level 0. This circle tells you what level, and the color tells you what type of profession it's affiliated or associated with. And if I click on this, it's brown kelp. And you see the hand picking up the star is the forage icon. I'm just going to come left click on this, and I'm going to get this kelp. And that big boost of experience was for the first time. He says I should take this back to Ebsworth. But I'm going to discover everything here. There's a shell here. There's crabs here. There's flounder here. Just make sure before you leave the screen that you've uncovered every single item. I'm going to get the rest of this kelp. I'm going to go to professions. I'm going to. We're at fishing. I'm going to click the back button, and we're on foraging. And you see right here, brown kelp. I now have one of the places you can get it. You see how the map is torn in half? That's because there is perhaps another location we can get it that I haven't yet discovered it. But also, you could see that, boom, we just got level 1 here, and the card is filled in because we've gathered this. So we're a level 1 forager. So for foraging or gathering, it's a bit different. So this is telling you, okay, I can now get this, but when I have level 2 foraging, I can get creamy wall plant. However, I need these snippers, these secateurs, to get the creamy wall plant, which I have to go buy. Anyway, let's return for our quest. Sometimes there's tools of the trade you need, like for fishing, we're going to need a fishing spear. And it's faster for us to move around if I just start clicking 2 screens away now that they just added. And just kind of watch our character truck along. And then as soon as you move 1 screen, you could start to click ahead 2 screens. And then I'm just going to continue doing this. I'm actually going to stop at Eel Street, though, because I want to... You see the question mark on the Eel Street Bridge? There's something to discover there. I wonder what it could be. Oh my god, they're eels. Fancy that. Okay, then let's go through here. Anything on this map that we need to discover? Well, there's... Christiana Carefree, which we could talk to later. But for now, poor Captain DeGreen's been waiting for us. Let's help her out. So we got the item. Let's check the quest. And he wants help. So we've got the kelp. So let's talk to Ebsworth and see what he says. Have you got the kelp? Yes, we did. Here it is. Well done finding it. I need to keep an eye on the captain's wounds, but I also need to make the potion. Could I help? I suppose it wouldn't hurt for you to do the initial preparation. Take the kelp to the reagent preparation station in my shop. There's quite a lot of stations in the apothecary, but the reagent preparation one is the chopping board on my counter. Pop back in with the preparation when you finished making it. So let's go into his shop. And indeed, if I push spacebar to sense, you see all these stations with question marks. So I'm going to just discover them. Passive potion station. And this is the standard potion station. Let's see. Anything else that we need to discover? Let's go over here. We've got this one. Reagent preparation station. This is good. Here's the potion bank where you could store extra potions. Here's the reagent bank where you could store any extra reagents you have. It is worth noting this is incredibly useful to store stuff. However, if you want to craft something, it can't be in the bank. You have to actually have it in your inventory to craft with it, even if you're in the room. At least right now. And now, when you click on the appropriate station, it's going to say what item do you want to use here. And it just very clearly shows you what's available that you have that you can use. And we can use this brown kelp. So I'm going to click on this. And my character is going to start chopping it up. I have 3 kelp. And I'm going to prepare the 10% preparation healing. You see I'm making it here. I'm getting experience in potions up here as the profession. And I'm gathering an item, which is kind of a sub-ingredient for the final potion that I need. So now I've done that, and we need to go out and continue talking to our good buddy, Ebsworth. Ebsy, I did it. Have you prepared that brown kelp yet? Yes, here it is. Okay, that's actually quite good. You clearly have a talent for this. I don't think I should leave the captain. We'll have to risk you finishing the potion yourself. Take this bottle and the preparation to the standard potion station in my shop and use it to make a healing potion. Okay, so he's given us a container or a bottle. Open the tool belt by clicking here. So you've gained a container. Containers do not take up space in your backpack. This area displays how many containers you currently have. So there's all sorts of containers you need for various tasks. And right here, it shows you I have 1 bottle. But I could have many bottles and it wouldn't take up any extra space because they're all on my tool belt, which is super convenient. So let's go down here. We have 1 bottle. And let's click on the standard potion station. And now that I have something I can use here, I just click on that. And automatically I'm going to make something I have the recipe for and the ingredients for. Or I'll at least try to do it. So I'm going to try to make 3 of these. I don't think I have 3 bottles though. I don't. I only made 1. It says you've run out of empty bottles. So it's telling me I have enough to make 2 more. But I'm missing the bottles. I got the big surge of experience for the first time crafting the potion. You could see in my inventory I actually do have the potion right here. And let's go talk to Ebsworth. I've made the potion. You better give it to Captain DeGreen then. So then click on Captain DeGreen. And here, drink some of this. She downs it. God, that's good. She's back. That's a fine medicine. I'm starting to feel better already. Ma'am, we've dispatched the last of the goblins. Good work. Get everyone back to the garrison. Okay, you miserable lot. You heard the captain, now move it. In comp tutorial, report to me when we get back. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Alright, let's go back home. And Binns wants a word. The captain wants me to commend you on a good job out there, so yeah, well done. However, what I saw out there was a lot of insolence and insubordination. You're due some push-ups. On the floor and do 10. God, I'm strong. Oh, Squad 3 returning. Hey, Ingrina, what news? That's ma'am to you, Corporal. Ooh, he got busted. Sorry, ma'am. Thought we were closer than that. Not while we're on duty, Corporal. Anyway, you wanted news? We've just got back from Timberwell Village. Routed a bunch of goblins from there. The world is getting a more dangerous place. Talking of danger, we have new recruits, such as in-comp tutorial here, in need of learning the immunity spell. Sure, I could teach that. This spell prevents enemies from attacking you for a short while, though the spell will expire if you initiate an attack. You could use it during combat if you need to retreat. Bam. So we just learned immunity. Speak to you later, Corporal. So if I go up here, you could see we have immunity. Now, immunity has a hotkey bound to it, which is escape. So if you're in combat, you could hold escape to use immunity, which will get you out of the combat. Or if enemy is trying to face you, or engage you rather, and chase after you, all of the exits to the room that you're in will be locked, and you need to use immunity to be able to just bust out. So immunity is great, saves your life. My next job will be to take you on a training drill in the forest, but you need a little more training before it's safe for you to go into the forest. I need you to complete your bow training with Robin, who's standing over there by the archery targets. I also need you to train your total level to at least 60. So you can ask him if he has any suggestions on how to train, and he's upset about this. The guard profession itself is mostly about combat. However, it's not just the guard profession I want you to train in. For example, the professions of a chef, forager, fisherman, and alchemist all include things which are useful for a guard to learn. Also, Commander Hackett can often use a hand at the town gates. I'd hoped you'd use your initiative and search for opportunities. So here, he could tell you about how to level up all of these different things, but I'm not even going to bother him with it. And now, privacy settings, you can open this here, and because we've gotten this far, you're going to start seeing other players. And you could set how you want to, interact with your privacy settings, and so I'm basically at this point with nobody. It means I am playing and I could see other people, but I will not interact with them. Now we need to talk to Robin Knockright to get the next portion of the main story quest. And we also can go exploring the map. You could see that everything has unlocked in the town, or most of it. So the world is our oyster to go explore. We need to level up to total level 60. You could click on the Professions tab button here to see, go back, and this is our total level. We're level 3. We need to get this to 60, and we need to get guard to 15 to even get a bow and use that. And we're going to talk about how to do that in the episodes that follow. This is going to be a guide series because we have to kind of explain a lot about the game and do it in a natural way that you can play along with, so that everything seems organic and makes sense in the context that it emerges in the game. I hope you have found this to be helpful so far, and I hope you're enjoying the game. If you have any questions about the game, please post those in the comments below. I'd love to help you out. And if you're a player who's been pumping a lot of time into this and you want to share some advice for new players, that'd be awesome. Please leave those in the comments below. Just do so in a way that's not spoilery of the plot or too min-maxy or overwhelming for a new player. That would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. Everyone, thanks so much for watching. I'll check you in the next episode. Take care.